something in your past that you can't erase. Build a road in front of you. You can't fix a broken heart in a couple of days. So bring it back or start anew. There's something in your past that you can't erase. Build a road in front of you. You can't fix a broken heart in a couple of days. So bring it back or start anew. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity, yeah. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity, yeah. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity. Turning back is bound to be just another calamity, yeah.
The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learn their way here. The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets and the fewest shots. He's focused. He's armed. And he's off. The perfect shot just happens in a flash. He's feeling real proud of that show. I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge. That's Trapper's Shingle, only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater. No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. Any good trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Master trappers got what they needed for a better hunt. The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the shingle. That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it. Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful. Some folks showed up to make a fast buck with nothing but a knife. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Still others used the place to test their finest blades. slippery little devils. Kid carves through all of them in a flash. Well, the kid's gone and struck terror in the hearts of squirts everywhere. That's the Bullhead Court. Folks defended themselves there with shields, not words. The accused always got a fair shake in Ceylondia. Some used to take the Bullhead trial. Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man. Bullhead trial taught folks three things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, you gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you. smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go. pulls it off like it was nothing. There's a hint of pride in his eye when he gets back, and more than a hint in mine. That's Zolwood Grove, a nice quiet place to show a musket a good time. Ever felt a Zolwood gourd, like picking up broken glass barehanded? At Zolwood Grove, marshals learn to make every shot count. The trick was to pop all those nasty gourds without wasting ammo. Most marshals didn't get far on the first few tries. Had to catch a bunch of those gourds in a single shot. Funny thing about muskets is they work best up close. The best of the best cleared the course in just a few shots. Kid probably could have made himself marshal one day. That's a scrapyard, where folks got to smash things and call it community service. The city's unwanted things all met their end in the yard. Folks who fouled up would do their time here, smashing things to bits. The quicker they work, the sooner they could go. Folks learn to plant their feet and put their backs into it. Others would plot a course to navigate that sea of junk. A good day's smashing could feed a family for a week. Worked too slow and all you got was a sore back. Some folks invested their earnings to forge even better hammers.
Unos minutos más tarde. Strongest, fastest folks earn more than their fair share.
kids worked the yard before, but that time he just plain destroyed it. Slinger Range is where the city's quickest pistoliers put themselves to the test. You have to think fast to survive the wilds, and none thought faster than the slingers. They could shoot their pistols with the speed of a machine. They knew just when to start shooting and when to stop. Those pistols could spit out rounds just as quick as you could pull the trigger. Learning to hold your fire could be its own challenge. Gotta say, kid's the fastest shot I ever seen. He blew through Slinger Range like it was nothing. Boundless Bay used to be a weapons test and dry dock. Ain't never been this dry though. Ceylondia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable. At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Choosing targets with those mortars was one of the trickiest parts. You could almost see the fireworks over Boundless Bay. Good thing we got to that mortar before the beasts of the wild learned how to use it. That's Trigger Hill, where the Army's elite became the finest marksmen in the land. Ceylondia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles. Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Ceylondian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot. The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the Triggers spiced things up a bit. Kid blows through that course like it was nothing. The Ceylondian army would have recruited him in a flash. Over there's Camp Dauncey, where the brushers steeled themselves for secret missions. To prepare for the wilds, Ceylondia's brushers practice at Camp Dauncey. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Donsey. They said they made you weak. Said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike. If you did all right at Camp Donsey, you got to go to the wilds.
¿Cómo me voy a pasar esto? ¿Estamos locos o qué?
One well-placed throw could take out several of those ugly critters. Good enough run at Camp Donsey could get you promoted to captain on the spot. The wilds ain't so scary now, are they? Grady Incinerator's where we sent off all our trash to be burned or be eaten by the wilds. Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Ceylondia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers. Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around. Until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint. Wasn't any other way to teach those peckers some respect. Who knows why we fought so hard to defend our own trash? Manser Observatory. Now there's a sneaky place, overlooking the Tassel terminals themselves. The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Manser Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about. Only trouble was, something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction. Whatever gets in her way is in the world of her, but she ain't the fastest thing. Best stand well clear of that impact. Well, that experiment was a rousing success. If only the Mansers could have seen the kid playing around with their favorite toy. The Tassel terminals, all that's left of the Ura civilization, and the last stop on his little journey. I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be all right. The Calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. You know why Zulf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Zulf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? Well, we're waiting. All of us are waiting for a kid. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. The Ura planted here will go away. What happens to Zulf will no longer matter. Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Problem is, we'll all be gone. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well, I guess there's nothing more to say. Who am I kidding? You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's alright. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us. Well, that's sweet and all, but I don't know if I can stick around. The weight of the calamity, it's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go. Bastion does have another function. Strictly speaking, if ever the monument blew out and we couldn't repair it, we could still evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off away from here. For Zulf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. I can't be happy that the kid followed Zulf all the way home. Kid saved Zulf once, but I don't think he'd make the same mistake. I wouldn't. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright. Although, after talking it over like this, guess I'm beginning to have my doubts. Kid's probably dealt with Zulf by now. He reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions. It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done and each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Say, Landia, we're coming home.